All right, Richard, another Fantasy Goodfellas episode where we talk about the top 30 wide receivers for Week 10, but we like to do some reviews of last week. So hit me.
In Week 9, we had 30 receivers, but Aiyuk of San Francisco didn't play. So of the 29 guys we had ranked in our top 30, 16 made the top 30. So we were 16 of 29, but of those 16, we got 10 of the top 12.
All right, well, let's get started for the top 30 wide receivers for Week 10. The Fantasy Goodfellas.
Boom, boom, boom. Rolling on the field.
The Fantasy Goodfellas.
And number 1, Davante Adams, home against Jacksonville. Number 2, DK Metcalf at the LA Rams. Number 3, DeAndre Hopkins, home against Buffalo. Had a rough week last week against the Dolphins. Didn't do much, but you know he's going to rebound. And number 4, Will Fuller at Cleveland. He's got a good matchup, and the Houston offense, if anything, is putting up good points. Number 5, Stefon Diggs at Arizona. It's a good matchup. This is going to be a shootout.
This week's shootout.
Number 6, Keenan Allen at Miami. Miami's a tough defensive matchup, but, you got Justin Herbert. Keenan Allen's his number 1. Number 7, A.J. Brown home against Indianapolis. Tough matchup for A.J. Brown, but A.J. Brown has been consistently good all year. We can't take him out of our top 10. And number 8, we have scary Terry McLaurin at Detroit. He has been on a tear, Ryan.
He's the number 6 in NFL receiving yards with 692. He only has 3 TDs so far this season. We'd like to see what he can do with a good QB.
Yes, indeed. It would be scary if Terry had a real quarterback. At number 9, Michael Thomas, home against San Francisco. He's back.
Boom, boom, boom.
And last week, it looked like the old Michael Thomas. He was getting a lot of looks from Breeze. Unfortunately, again, was a blowout. At number 10, Tyler Lockett at the LA Rams. Tyler Lockett's been a little inconsistent.
Tyler Lockett is the 5th best wide receiver in standard leagues. He has 615 receiving yards to go along with 7 TDs. He has 2 3-touchdown games. He has 4 games with less than 5 fantasy points. He's a little inconsistent, but that's what happens when you have DK Metcalf lining up on the other side.
At number 11, Allen Robinson, home against Minnesota. Consistent producer. That offense starting to look better. Number 12, Robert Woods, home against Seattle. That's a great matchup, right, Ryan?
Yeah, that's a great matchup for the Los Angeles Rams with Robert Woods going against Seattle's 32 ranked defense against the pass.
At number 13, Travis Fulgham at the New York Giants. He's Philadelphia's number 1 guy. He's going to get a lot of looks. At number 14, Brandin Cooks at Cleveland. A good matchup for Brandin Cooks and for Will Fuller. And Deshaun Watson's going to light him up. At 15, Cooper Kupp home against Seattle. While he might not, have those big game-breaking plays, he does get a lot of targets. At number 16, Christian Kirk home against Buffalo in that other shootout we're talking about, Arizona-Buffalo.
This week's shootout.
Kirk has been dynamic, has been great. Number 17, Tyler Boyd at Pittsburgh. This is a tough matchup, right? Pittsburgh has a good pass defense.
They're going against Pittsburgh, ranked 5th against the pass. They're also ranked 9th against the rush, so they're going to have a pretty balanced attack.
Number 18, JuJu Smith-Schuster, home against Cincinnati. It's a good matchup. We've been down on JuJu. At 19, Antonio Brown,
Boom, boom, boom.
at Carolina. And people are going to disagree with this one. There are so many good receivers on that Tampa Bay team, and I still think Antonio Brown will emerge as the number 1 guy. But we're going to hedge with number 20, Chris Godwin at Carolina. Godwin's another guy that's got big playability on this offense. And number 21, we were talking about him a little earlier, Chase Claypool, home against Cincinnati. I think Claypool's becoming Pittsburgh's big play threat. You see Ben Roethlisberger keeps throwing the ball deep to him. Didn't really connect last week, but Cincinnati, that defense is ripe. 22, Jerry Jeudy at Las Vegas. Good matchup. Jerry Jeudy's actually looked really good the last few weeks. hasn't he, Ryan?
Yeah, he's stepping up. I mean, obviously he has the pedigree being a first-round pick from Alabama. He has 198 receiving yards and 1 TD in the last 2 games. The question remains is Drew Lock.
Drew Lock is a big question mark. He's looking better. He's looking more comfortable in that offense, but we will see. Jerry Jeudy goes as Drew Lock goes. Number 23, we have DJ Chark at Green Bay. He looked good last week, even with Luton at quarterback, Minshew's replacement. I don't know. Is he going to do it again? Is this Luton guy was the one-game wonder? Is he going to be able to throw for a lot of game? Again, we'll see, but DJ Chark is a talent. At 24, Brandon Aiyuk at New Orleans. Who is the number 1 receiver this week? Richie James. Never going to happen again. We don't have him in our top 30, but who is San Francisco's number 1? Brandon Aiyuk. So we got him at 24. At number 25, Adam Thielen at Chicago. It's become the Dalvin Cook show in Minnesota. So Thielen, Jefferson are not seeing targets. At 26, DeVante Parker home against the Chargers. Tua Tagovailoa is coming alive. He's looking good. DeVante Parker is Miami's number 1 receiver. At 27, Curtis Samuel home against Tampa Bay. Curtis Samuel, with an offense that also has DJ Moore and Robby Anderson, is emerging as their big playmaker, as their touchdown scorer. At 28, Mike Williams at Miami. The reason why we got Mike Williams in the top 30 is Justin Herbert. At number 29, we have Robby Anderson home against Tampa Bay. Robby Anderson gets a lot of targets every week. He just has to get into the end zone. I think this week he will. At number 30, Tee Higgins at Pittsburgh. And 2 Cincinnati receivers in the top 30 against Pittsburgh. Yes, I believe in Joe Burrow, just like I believe in Justin Herbert, and just like I believe in Tua Tagovailoa. Love those rookies. So that's our top 30 for week 10.
All right, well, thanks for coming on here and sharing and keeping up with all the different changes this week. So thanks for sharing your top 30 wide receivers.
No problem. Good luck to everyone.